enjoy fried chicken. So it's agree to disagree. I like fried chicken. That was something racial.
Run over here. I thoroughly enjoy fried chicken. I love it. You know, I understand the stereotypes about it and all that kind of stuff, but I love it.
Hello. Hello, kings and queens. Oh gosh, you can't even see me. Hello, kings and queens. Beautiful family here today. Jamaica. Anyway, but in today's video, we're gonna be reacting to do all black people think the same by Spectrum, which was 2 years ago, which if you ask me is a little outdated.
Shout out to Jubilee for the video. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
We're gonna get started with the video. Got Liana in here. Move out the way. Move out the stop. Move. Yeah, stop fighting on the camera.
Cut to the next clip. Ow!
Alright, we watching this video on my big TV. You know the setup, right? Yeah, let's go and get started.
All black people aren't going to be the same.
Cool, and I agree with you. And that's why I'm in the disagree column. I don't need that kind of foolishness around the children.
Let's fight. What's up?
So it's agree to disagree. I like fried chicken. That was something racial.
Run over here. I thoroughly enjoy fried chicken. I love it. You know, I understand the stereotypes about it and all that kind of stuff, but I love it.
I just don't really like fried food. I'm not really a fan of chicken. I've never ate it, so.
You've never had fried chicken?
I have had it. I don't enjoy it. I don't really eat fried foods. I try to eat pretty healthy, so.
There is nothing wrong with white people wearing dreads. 3,
I have a problem.
2,
I don't.
1.
I somewhat.
Do what you want.
It doesn't look right on certain people.
I feel like I'm always on the wrong side of the room.
Would you guys be offended if I had dreads, since I'm biracial, since I'm half black and half white? So where is the line? Like if someone's a quarter black?
I'm not gonna sit there and come to your face and be like, you're not 100% black, therefore you can't. Like, that's not my place. However, if you're a white person and you have dreads in your hair, it's like, what does that mean to you? And you're not even wearing them right. Like, you don't even wash them.
I just don't see how a race can own a hairstyle. To be honest, like, hair is hair. There's all kinds of hairstyles in Africa. I still don't think that, like, a single race group can say, this one hairstyle, nobody else can do it but me.
Kanye West is invited to the cookout.
Oh, Jesus.
He said he's invited.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, that nigga's funny. He's invited. You're mad. He's invited. Before the whole Kardashian
Is
thing.
Kim gonna come?
This cookout needs to just die. Like, no more cookouts. Nah, bruh, just go home. Like, there ain't no cookout.
I'm sorry, I strongly agree because I don't like the idea of perpetuating this concept that all black people have to be the same and think the same and act the same. I don't think he's fully understood. People like Kanye are creatives and he uses like creative speech. And some people just take him at face value or like kind of like the literal sense of what he's saying. And if you did that, every creative could be taken the wrong way.
I disagree with that, Deep. Like, I don't think that he's so creative and that his words are being misinterpreted. Like, he's making very specific phrases, like black people chose to be slaves. That's completely untrue, and in my opinion, that's just unacceptable.
But I think that's people misunderstanding what he's saying. I really don't think he's trying to.
Though?
Yeah,
how do you interpret that?
No, I think what he's saying is there's a mindset where you know where. Like,
here, so, okay, like he was trying to say it in the term of like, you know, it was a choice for you to stay there when you knew that you could have done whatever else to get out and maybe you would have ended up dead, but it would have been better than being a slave. So I don't, it's not like I'm, whoa.
This is not you them talking to Kanye. This negates the millions of people who did.
Don't you believe that today there are people whose mindset they're corporate slaves or they're people?
But you gotta be careful with the language you use. Kanye's an artist. He's a lyricist. So you can't say stuff like that because some people haven't learned their history yet. And some people don't know that it was millions and millions and millions of blacks who fought oppression, who fought slavery.
But you're right in that he needs to be more conscious of his word choice because there's not everybody who's going to understand that.
And that's why I say somebody as smart as Kanye, I think he's doing this for shock value and for money. And if he's doing that, he's setting people back. And that's why I can't rock with him on that.
What scares me is the second somebody speak in PC or not, or they're able to articulate what they're trying to say well or not, that they're excluded from cookouts and from a culture and from your identity. And I think that's scary because I'll tell you right now, the more we treat people who are different and isolate ourselves even, I think the worse it is for us long term. And to be honest, we're gonna drive more and more people to have closeted feelings and emotions. And this goes back to people saying like would you rather have a racist next to you that's hiding it, or would you rather have a racist next to you that's letting you know how they feel and you know where they're coming from?
Cool, and I agree with you. And that's why I'm in the disagree column. He can come eventually once we have some conversations. But right now, I don't need that kind of foolishness around the children.
Police target black men and women. 3, 2, 1.
Y'all better put somewhat agree at least. They're bugging. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's good.
I said strongly agree. It was created to monitor the minority in the group. Back in the day, it was the Irish, it was Italians, and so it's ingrained into the system of policing. And that's the problem. I think we have to reframe what policing is now. And until we do that, it will always be targeting people of color because that's what it was created to do.
I see it as like there's a little bit of a socio-economic piece to it. It's like kind of saying the SEC mostly prosecutes white people. Through like years of institutional racism, you know, where there's poverty and there's communities that are kind of like have created this like perfect storm of issues, like whether it's legal issues, people robbing each other, selling drugs or whatnot. You know, the idea is if you police that neighborhood more, you're gonna have more of them arrested.
Can I ask you, Deep? Can I ask you, like, do you feel like there are equal amount of arrests happening on Wall Street than there are happening in the hood?
Like the white collar like crimes are I do think that they're less like monitored and less, but without having all the data that I need. But I do feel that they don't suffer as much consequence when they commit crimes.
That's very true. You got to look at the prison industrial complex here too in the U.S. That's huge business. So, and if you look at a group of citizens that have been perceived as no value having to society or whatever, okay, boom, we're gonna push them, we're gonna pipeline them into that system.
Yeah, and I also think that, you know, the qualifications to become a police officer are so low, and it's like, my life is literally in your hands, man. Like, if I get pulled over, maybe that will be the day that I go home to be with the Lord, and I think that that's really tough for me because you don't want to be distrustful of the police, but they're so incredibly distrustful of us that it's like, you could literally kill me.
My father worked in law enforcement, and he's a black man. So there are some law enforcement officers that don't feel that way. However, I think a lot of it does have to do with fear and the fear of black people. So I think that if we kind of address that fear level and that we didn't portray black people, especially black men, as, you know, big, scary guys, that would change a lot of stuff.
Definitely. I definitely do. I definitely. That's a problem. It's bad. It's a bad problem, but I definitely do that.
You moonwalking? Which one? How you gonna moonwalk? Which one are you going to?
I agree that I act differently around people that aren't black just because, like, corporate America doesn't want to hear me talking, doesn't want to hear me speaking in slang, and I am not happy about it. Like, I wish that it was different, but I feel like I need to do it to fit into that group.
I strongly disagree. I am me wherever I go. I'm a proud black man, and I'm gonna speak my truth every day of the week. If you don't like it, shit, it ain't on me, that's on you. And I feel like it's a disservice to anyone I'm around if I'm not being my authentic self. Because my white friends might wanna hang out with me because I'm black. They want some flavor. So if I go in being something totally different, then
There's two
hey,
different things. There's two different things. One thing is, are you changing yourself, or are you changing how you're communicating who you are? And I'm changing how I'm communicating who I am, and I still remain the same.
Like, do you have a white voice?
do I have a white voice? I know code. I'm a black man, trust me. Every black person growing up in America can code switch.
Then you need to move a little bit.
But no, but here's the thing. The question was, do I act different when I'm in different surroundings? And no. But see, how would I ever be accepted if I'm always code switching? That means I'm always acquiescing to something else. You see what I'm saying? So in order to be accepted, you gotta bring you.
Do you guys, when you say code switch, do you mean you change the actual words you say, or do you mean you change the tone of your voice?
I change how I say it, and I change what I say. I'll walk into a business meeting different than how I walk into the basketball court. So that's me changing to fit the scenario to benefit the end goal. And I don't view that as a negative. I view that as me focusing on what the end goal is.
But I feel like American society has made black people operate in that fashion. Because nobody asks white people to code switch. They can be white in America, China, wherever. They accept it. We're around like Visa. But I'm the only one that has to go around and say, oh, hi, how you doing?
He said Visa.
I'm proud to be black.
Now, if you do somewhat, I'm gonna smack you.
3, 2, 1.
I thought you not gonna go.
Well, all right, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Hand clap for y'all. Yeah.
I'm glad that we all strongly agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, we can have these discussions and like still go home knowing that we're family, and I love being black. I love that blackness is expressed many different ways. It's not just one way.
I'm proud to be biracial. I'm proud of my immigrant half, proud of my black half. My ancestors bought their own freedom from slavery.
Yeah, I love being black. I wouldn't have it any other way. It presents its challenges, but I couldn't fathom being something else. So I am very proud to be an African American here in America. Yeah. This was fun.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Yeah.
The comment section is going to be blown up on these topics alone.
How y'all feel about it? How y'all feel about this whole
That was very
experiment?
interesting.
I want mom to go first because my
That
mom
was
is.
very interesting. I just, some of the questions that they asked are, are true. You act certain ways when you're around certain people. You may not change who you are, but your voice and your mannerisms do change when you get in front of certain people. So a lot of the stuff they said was true. But I am definitely proud to be black.
Yeah, that's fact. Brother, how do you feel about this whole experiment?
It's a very good one. Different perspectives of how black people, what we go through on not daily, but sometimes daily, on a daily basis, and how we think about certain situations and kind of see it through our eyes, because some things can be racial and how we think about it. Some people may not think it is, but we have to take it to read other people, because some people put underlying messages and stuff, and you may not catch it sometimes. I feel really stupid with these on. Anyway, but yeah.
I like your glasses.
Oh, I like them too. But,
But yeah, this was a good experiment to show people that some people not. Okay, next. Go ahead, Leah.
Oh my god, you just gave up mid-sentence.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I agree with everybody in this room right now because I don't know. It's just you don't even have to think about it anymore. Like when you get around a different site or a different group of people or who are not the same as you, you have to change a couple things that you do to be accepted in that group. And I feel like that's something that everybody, at least a couple people or everybody once or twice in their life have struggled with because of the concept of fitting in. Because if I'm myself, loud and annoying and just a lot around a bunch of different people, then they're gonna perceive me as oh, she's the crazy bunch of the group or whatever. But around the people who do the same things as I do, then I'm gonna be accepted as myself, I guess,
But personally for me, you guys know how I act. I'm very energetic, very wild in a sense, and I feel like when I'm out in public, I can be that way to an extent depending on who I'm around. And the reason why I do that is out of safety for myself because of how society does certain things. And I wouldn't say that I do that to change myself altogether. I do it as a defense mechanism to make sure that I, come back home to my family. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, I just feel like I am the same person. I may change the way I say certain things, like they were saying in the video. I might, word things differently because either people might not understand what I'm saying, or it might come off as a way of, they're not, just still not understanding what I'm saying because of how I was raised and how I say certain things. Excuse me, how I say certain things. But yeah, overall, I don't say I'm any less black than the people in this room with me. You know what I'm saying, or anywhere else on this earth. I feel like we're all different, regardless of our race. We all, do our own things, But we all human, No one's different from one another in certain areas, but we're all individuals. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With that being said, it was a good video. Something,
A little different.
A little different, something to get the mind going, beginning of, 2021, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification to the channel. Comment down below. It's like if you want to see more videos like this where we really like sit down and like think about stuff, because most of my videos are just energetic, in your face type stuff. If you want me to react, or people that are cool with me react to videos that actually got you thinking in a sense, then let me know. But yeah, without further ado, they're gonna leave. I'm gonna stay. Edit videos, stuff like that. Y'all know how to do things. She ready to go. She ready to go. As you can see, she ready to go. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Peace.
Jamaica.
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 Jamaica. Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. All right. See you guys. Bye.